Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Cresson.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas. And it's always so great to be here. And great to be here with you, Janet.
Well, thanks,
I've
Justin.
enjoyed my time hosting with you.
I'm enjoying being next to this thing. The trickling water is actually kind of soothing.
It really is. It really is.
And you mentioned you like the way it smells when we come
I
in
love
here.
the way it smells. I love the way it smells. I don't know, I just kind of relax when I walk through the doors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to talk with Fred and Kaya later on in the show, and they're going to talk a little bit about something called radiant pools, which is a very versatile type of pool that can be above ground or below ground and pretty easy to put together.
Maybe.
So we'll see a little bit of a demonstration, and then they also have a chemical sale coming up, and we know we need chemicals to keep our water healthy and balanced and everything when we're swimming or enjoying our hot tub.
Yeah, we're also talking with Premier Couture. They're a bridal, actually more than bridal.
They're more than just bridal. They've got gowns, dresses. They did prom this past prom season and everything, and Mother's Day is coming up.
What maybe a nice gift for Mother's Day.
Yeah, so whether you're going to be mother of the bride, mother of the groom, or just mom, might be a good thing to do. Send mom in there and make her feel beautiful.
Looking forward to it. She always has such beautiful samples that she
does.
brings in.
She does, absolutely.
Really gorgeous.
And we're also, it's a good thing that we're here because we're talking swimming with Bill Teagham from Little Strokes Swim Academy. And he's coming up on 8 or 9 months now in his new location. And he's got some classes going on, and they're in a registration period for their next session, which is coming up this summer, so that'll be good.
Always look forward to chatting with him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Nice
good guy.
guy,
So
yeah.
that's all coming up right here on Wisconsin Family, right after the break here at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas, so stay with us.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas right here on South Stoughton Road, and I always love coming in here. You know what I love the most? The smell.
Really?
I really do. I just like the smell of the water.
Man, you'd like hanging out at my place.
Yes, yes. We're going to talk swim spas with those folks later on in the show, but first we're going to talk swimming with Bill Teagham from Little Strokes Swim Academy. How are you, Bill?
Great. How are you?
Good to see you again.
You
so,
too.
Talk to us about what session you're in currently right now over at Little Strokes, and what session are you going to be registering for soon?
Yeah, we are kind of in the middle to end of our spring session, our busiest one of the year. It's kind of crazy. If you tried signing up, sorry, we kind of filled up. So it was a good problem, but a new one for us. So it's kind of fun to deal with. But we have a lot of spots going into the summer. Where we started registration for summer session about a week and a half ago, and it's going pretty well. And there's still plenty of spots. We added another teacher, so yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you're coming up on what, 8 or 9 months now at the new place, it sounds like?
Yeah, yep. It'll be 1 year in August. August 1st we started. So
Oh,
the new
congratulations.
place, so,
And
yeah.
if you have not been out there yet, it's a brand new place out in Waunakee. It's really, really good. Not a new business,
No.
but a new building.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You stole my thunder there. I was going
Oh.
to
that's
congratulate
fine.
you too also with your 1 year, and with your new place, you have a little more space, maybe room for more. You're hiring right now, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
definitely hiring. We are definitely hiring. We're actually hiring for every position we have available. We're hiring for lifeguards. We need a lot of lifeguard positions filled. We are hiring swim instructors always. I pretty much never, if there's somebody that's super qualified, I will never turn them away because that would be foolish of me. So
And this isn't
we'll make spots. So
This isn't just a seasonal need. Is this a kind
this
of?
is year round. Actually, summer's kind of our slow session. We wind up picking up like a lot of student help in the summer, and we try to convince them to stay with us the rest of the year. But school's priority. So we battle with that a little bit. But sometimes they have 2 or 3 days in the summer and then cut back to just a weekend in the school year, and that's fine too. That's cool. I just like to keep them with us throughout the year because we're definitely busier during the school year.
And remind viewers, what are you looking for in a swim instructor? Because it's very different from what your typical other swim school is looking for.
Yeah, they have to be a competitive swimmer. One, that's first off. But the big thing is they have to be able to work with kids, and you know, you either have it or you don't, and it's tough. You know, you can know all there is to know about swimming, but if you can't relay that to a kid and make it fun and make them inspired to do great things in the water, then it's not going to work. So there has to be that good balance. I like people with some teaching background because if they come back to another teaching job, they probably like kids, you know. So you know, so that helps. But sometimes when it's just somebody that just has competitive swim experience, I need to do a lot of extra training to see if they can hack it with just dealing with kids in general. So.
And that's kind of what you founded the whole school on, is the idea that lessons for kids could be better. Right. Right?
Yep, exactly.
So if kids aren't looking to be a new little record holder, you have a non-competitive team as well. How does that work and how's it going?
Yeah, it's been really fun. We just started it a few months ago. The kids are loving it. They're getting really, really good. And now there's a lot of interest, and a lot of them have kind of graduated our non-competitive team and have joined the local swim team in their town. So, and that's really what it is. It's just another little stepping stone to see if they really want to do that or not, because it's a lot. I mean, swimming's tough. I mean, you're using every muscle in your body, and it's not easy. I mean, you can't breathe down there, so you have to learn how to do it right. And if you don't, you exhaust yourself. And so it's tough. And so this has been a really, really good stepping stone, like I said, to go into.
I like the idea of a non-competitive team. That would be for me, because I'm always like, let's just play for fun.
It's a good workout, and we do play a game. Like the last time I dropped in on, I don't coach the swim team, but I do drop in occasionally. And last time they were playing volleyball with a beach ball in the middle of the pool toward the end of class. I mean, it was just it's good. They keep it light. They do some relays. They do some main sets and things like that, but. It's fun. Right. It makes it a lot of fun.
And what age groups is that open for?
It's really open to any swimmer that knows 4 strokes.
Okay.
That has 4 legal strokes. That's kind of our criteria. They can't graduate our lesson program until they have 4 legal strokes.
Okay.
And yet I've seen your ads, and I'm always amazed. You're working with like little tiny kids too.
Yep.
That is just amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. It blows my mind. I did not get started swimming that way.
Right.
And they have smiles on their face.
I know.
Yeah. 8-month-old, they're smiling when they get dunked in the water.
It's so natural for them.
I was screaming.
When they're little. I mean, if you don't know a whole lot yet about the world, if that's just kind of part of what you're doing, I mean, it becomes second nature, really. It's just they learn it just like they learn how to walk. So
absolutely,
fascinating.
So we've got just about 30 seconds left, but I want to make sure that we talk about water aerobics and open swim.
Okay, we still have our 3-day-a-week water aerobics classes. We're looking for a water aerobics instructor.
Okay.
Back to staffing again. We're looking for an office person for our evenings and weekends as well. So anyway, just a little segue there. But right now we have 3 days a week water aerobics, Monday, Thursday, Friday at 1:30. And it's been a great class. It's filling up, and there's still plenty of room though. And open swim right now is Monday through Friday in the mornings from 8:30 to noon. And we hope to someday expand those weekend hours. I know that there's a lot of demand for it, but
if you can hire somebody.
Yeah, there you go.
Bill Teagham from Little Stroke Swim Academy, thanks for stopping by today.
Thanks, guys.
Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're on location today at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas. We're going to chat with them a little bit later, but right now we're talking bridal, and you don't have to be a bride to have wedding on the brain or on the calendar. With us we have Rosemary Williams. She's with Premier Couture. They're out in Cambridge, and it's a nice little bridal shop out there.
Yes, thank you.
Today we're talking mother of the bride, mother of the groom. We can't forget about them.
That's right.
And you've brought in some great dresses too. So tell us a little bit about what you have to offer for mothers.
Well, like the rest of the experiences that we hope to offer our customers, it is about making them feel really beautiful, which is tough sometimes with moms. They're really hard on themselves. Mm-hmm. They also tend to take care of everyone else first.
Right.
And make sure everyone else's ensembles are put together, all the details are in order, and then they think about themselves.
Right.
So we hope that we get the opportunity to pamper them a little bit when they come in and give them the VIP treatment that we would any of our other customers as well.
I have to say that something about your shop that is so nice, so unique, is you go beyond the gown.
Absolutely, it's definitely about experience.
Yeah, we've talked about that experience. And so if somebody, let's say a mom is, well, let me ask this first. Is it pretty typical for a mom to just walk in on her own, or does the family typically have to kind of push her through the door a little bit?
It varies, definitely varies. There are moms who will they'll start out by just popping in and
Okay.
just seeing what we have,
I'm
and
just
not
looking
wanting
today.
right, and not wanting to really even
Right.
commit to looking for them.
Right.
And then there are definitely daughters or sons who say, "Mom, you need to go."
Sure.
But then there are moms who are totally on top of it, and
Okay.
they're there months ahead of time. I mean, it ranges the gamut, just like anything
So
else.
what, for any one of those examples, what can they expect when they walk in the door at Premier?
Well, they can expect, first of all, that we will talk about the day and what they feel good in, and as far as colors. We'll also talk about what the bride is expecting. I would like to give a little bit of advice to brides out there. A lot of times they see the event as a whole, and they see the event with all the colors, and they think about what they envision their mom in. Where I would love to give the advice to let moms wear what they feel good in. They're not just an ordinary guest at the wedding. They are often hostess. And
Right.
you want them to just feel completely at home and at ease in their dress,
Right.
just like anyone else there. And there isn't a mom, in my experience, who hasn't taken everything into consideration when she comes and shops. So they can be trusted.
They can be trusted.
Trust mom.
Yes, and that is often what we offer all of our customers is trust. Trust
Right.
that they know what they're looking for and that we can just help them get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm loving these dresses that you brought in. Sometimes maybe when people think about moms of the bride and groom, you don't think of anything super elegant, sexy, or even
Right.
fun. And
Matronly
these-
comes to mind a lot.
Matronly.
Matronly. It's like, I don't want to
There we-
look like a grandma of the bride. And not that that's terrible either. Grandmas are awesome. I'm a grandma.
Yeah.
So, you can be younger and be a grandma, but yes.
These are beautiful. They're elegant. Tell us a little bit about what you have in store.
Well, we definitely have dresses for the moms who are still youthful and beautiful. My goodness, there are amazing women out there. And so they can do body-conscious designs like this, a little bit more so. This one is amazingly elegant on and very, very flattering. No one has to be hidden in their dresses. Of course, there's always going to be moms who want a little bit more coverage, and that's awesome. We can do that too. But they are often surprised by the fact that they don't have to wear a jacket, they don't have to cover up their arms, they can look really beautiful in something like this.
I'm really impressed. I'm loving them.
They are beautiful on.
And I'm just curious, so obviously we're talking a little bit about weddings and that sort of thing. I mean, is it okay for a mom to just walk in and pamper herself a little bit and just get a dress just because she wants to?
It is, absolutely. Although, like with other people, we do still recommend an appointment so that we can truly give them VIP service.
But it doesn't have to necessarily be for a wedding, necessarily.
No.
They can just come in and buy a dress if they want to.
They absolutely could. They could, especially if they're attending a more formal event somewhere where they just need a gown that caters to them. Good dresses are just really hard to find, and they're not all long. We also offer a really great selection of short dresses as well.
I just think that's so cool because, as we know, Mother's Day is coming up soon
Yes.
here, and I think that would be a great gift for mom is just say, hey, we're giving you, we set an appointment for you to go into Team Premier, see Team Premier,
Yep.
and just be pampered and
Be
feel
pampered.
beautiful.
In fact, we're even open on Mother's Day. That's what had moms on the brain today. It's because it's actually a day that we have had a lot of daughters and moms shop together for the mom's dress. It just
Very
seems
cool.
very ideal.
Rosemary, every woman needs the perfect little black dress. Is that something that you have in your shop, or is it more gowns like for?
We absolutely have the perfect little black dress. Yep.
There you go with your Mother's Day idea. I mean,
Yes.
what woman doesn't need that perfect little
That
black
dress that they can just go to for any event where they just have to quick go.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Love that idea. Well, thanks, Rosemary. Rosemary Williams with Premier Couture. They're out in Cambridge, and we're at Bachman Pools, Spas, and Saunas. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at Bachman's Pools, Spas, and Saunas. And someone mentioned, one of the guests earlier today mentioned, it smells like vacation in here. And I think that's what I was trying to tell you earlier today, Janet, is that I just love the smell when you walk in. But we're joined now by Fred and Kaya Bachman. How are you guys?
We're good, thank you.
Thanks for having us, as always. And we've decided that we're going to, instead of talking swim spas, we're going to talk about radiant pools. And I think this is really, really fascinating because radiant pools are so versatile and they're pretty easy to put together. So first, can you talk to us a little bit about what a radiant pool is?
Well, a radiant pool can be an above ground pool, it can be a fully recessed pool, it can be built on the side of a hill and partially recessed or fully recessed on one end and fully exposed on the others. That's the versatility.
Sure.
The thing is, they're really easy to install too for the do-it-yourselfers.
Yeah.
I mean, all you really need to do, there's an insulated wall which helps energy efficiency. The two insulated walls go together with just two little aluminum splines. You line up the walls, you put the spline in, and then the coping goes over the top. There's different coping options, and you know, the really nice thing about it is the winter cover on the radiant pool.
Sure.
After you put your liner in, the winter cover just clips right in the top, and
okay.
it floats over the top of the pool during the off season. Versus a lot of other above ground pools, if you drive around in the country and you see them, the winter cover drapes over the top, and they either put a big bungee around it, or you see milk jugs hanging with water in them to hold it down.
Yeah.
The interlocking radiant winter covers just makes it look more finished during the off season.
Sure. So, and that's, I think, important to know because, you know, when I was a kid, we had one of those cheap $100 plastic 3-foot deep swim pools, and we had to take it down every winter. I mean, it wasn't meant to stay up during the winter, but this can stay up like 365 days a year.
Yeah, and you know, lifetime warranty on these things. They're very, very durable, and again, easy to install.
Speaking of install, Fred, we were talking earlier about how you guys could install it for a customer. You could do part of the install and they can do part if they're kind of a do-it-yourselfer, or you could even come in and save the day if they give it a go and decide it's not working out the way they had hoped.
Well,
is that right?
You know, one of the bigger challenges for most people is getting the ground preparation because it does need to be level and you need to get sand in the middle before you start building. So we would offer that service for the do-it-yourselfers, get the ground level, and then they come in and build it themselves. Or we're full service, or if they have their own, you know, a lot of people in the country, farmers have their own equipment.
Yeah.
So they get it level and then we come in and erect the pool.
Yeah.
Or you get to that point, then you want us to come and connect the plumbing, which is actually one of the easier parts too.
Right.
But we're willing to do any phase of the installation that the customer's not comfortable with doing themselves or able.
So you, anywhere from just selling them the kit to doing the full install.
You got it. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I got to say, I was looking through the brochure, and some of these are really beautiful. And I love how you can actually, if it's above ground, you can build a deck to go alongside the pool. Looks really neat.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. And I want to make sure that we, and you had mentioned earlier before we move on here, you had mentioned that it only really takes about a half a day for the actual pool install. If you get 2 people working on it, I mean, it doesn't take very long.
Yeah, this just depends on the size of the pool. The oval pools take a little bit more work, but yeah, 2 people, a typical 24-foot round pool could put that pool together after the ground prep is done in a half a day, easily.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty easy stuff.
Yep.
So I want to make sure also that we talk a little bit about the True Blue Promise, and so I'm going to head over to you there, Kaya.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
So
Hello.
you're having a chemical sale. You're talking the True Blue Promise. First of all, tell us what is the True Blue Promise?
The True Blue Promise is a promise that you're not going to miss a moment of with your pool throughout the summer. So we offer a free analysis, water analysis to all of our customers. You can bring in a water sample and we can introduce you to the True Blue Promise program. If you're using our products, we're going to promise you you're not going to have any problems. And if you do, we're going to give you that product with no charge.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, and we also have our chemical sale going on now through the end of the month. It's 20% off chemicals, accessories, replacement filters, toys, fun stuff for the
Toys.
pool, hot tubs also.
Yeah.
It's a really good time to stock up.
Sure, sure. And you know, along the lines of the True Blue Promise, I think that's, you know, that gets my attention because I'm sure some of our viewers have experienced this. They go to swim in their pool, they pull the cover off, and it's green.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they did everything that they were supposed to do, but for some reason it just didn't work out. And then it's like, okay, now what? Now what do we do?
Yeah.
But you guarantee, the True Blue Promise is that you guarantee that's not going to happen, or you'll just get
We
blue.
do guarantee it. You know, there's a big difference between our professional products versus going to the big box. There's a lot of fillers in those big box products.
Right.
So you're putting things in your pool, you don't really know how it's going to react with other things. So come to the professional and we can
Absolutely.
help you step by step.
Absolutely.
And Kaya, just you said for your customers, but really anyone that has a pool can bring in a sample.
Absolutely.
And you'll test it
Absolutely.
for free.
Absolutely.
It's pretty amazing. That's nice.
Yeah, and when you test, you basically give them kind of a printout or a report of everything they need to make their water perfect.
We rate your water.
Okay.
So there's a rating scale on there between the comfort level, your levels of sanitation, and then it goes step by step, where you're at, where you need to be at, why you're there,
Right.
why you need to get there. So it's not you're not just throwing stuff, taking guesses.
Right.
Yeah, the printout that the customer gets is very specific based on the gallons of water they have and the results of the water test for how much product to put in the pool.
Right. Right.
We have had people come in here with that list and then go to a big box store with it and they use those products and they don't have as good of results because BioGuard products are more concentrated.
Right.
An example, I mean, chlorine is probably the biggest one. The BioGuard product is 99.6% pure.
And that's what you carry is the BioGuard.
Correct.
Yeah.
And when you go to the big box store, a lot of time you look on the label, anywhere from 64 to 68%
Wow.
pure chlorine. And it says on the bottom, the other 32 to 36% is inert ingredients.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they cost 2/3 as much as ours,
But
but
you're gonna be
go
using-
figure,
So
right?
it's basically the same
Yeah.
price. I mean, so literally you use 2/3 of the BioGuard product that you would from the big box.
Well, and then you're putting inert in your pool. What is
Inert.
inert?
Yeah,
what is inert? You know?
Exactly.
Right.
Well, that's very cool. So, if people want to, let's say they want to utilize your guys' services in terms of, installing a full install, do they have to call? How far ahead do they really need to call to make sure that they get an appointment and they get it in before swimming time?
Well, right now, we're booked out until third week of June.
Wow, okay.
With the installs, and that's kind of why I was pushing the do-it-yourself
Pushing the
first.
do-it-yourself,
you know?
okay.
Yeah, I don't really like turning down the opportunities, but
Right.
so yeah.
But if people if they're constructing a new home or something like that, and they know it's not going to be finished until June or July,
Yeah.
that's still an option.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of new houses going up.
We prefer to build pools in midsummer and fall,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
The ground's tighter, you don't tear up the
Right.
yard as much. There's a lot of reasons.
And you're actually going to have a sample up and running in the next month or so, right? In your,
Absolutely.
right
Yeah.
here at
Next
the
time
store.
we're here.
Yeah.
We look
Yeah.
forward to
For
that.
sure.
Well, Fred and Kaya Bachman, thank you so much for
Thank you.
having us here today, and thanks for the information.
Thank you.
And thank you to all of our viewers for watching. We'll catch you next time on Wisconsin Family.
The beat, clap your hands, let's take